But if you came to me tomorrow and you said, hey, Chris, this is very personal and very private, but I just want to tell you, I've always imagined myself missing an arm and I really want to go get my arm surgically removed.
All right.
Is it not the same thing, though? Because you're saying like the first one you're saying, I want to cut my dick off. And the second one you're saying, I want to cut my arm off. So which brings me to a different point, right?
I would say if you're transabled, this is fucked up, man. You got me in a fucked up place. All right.
Sure did. Not on purpose, because it's just a fact.
Transabled people. Would you consider that specifically a mental illness?
Yes.
Wanting to like cut off your fingers and shit?
Yes.
Just because, that's the vibe that you want to be on for the rest of your life? Yes. Because I mean, you have the right to do that. And you might not be crazy. But at the same time, I see where you're trying to fit the correlation in there with the transgender people. But the transgendered people, they really want to become the other sex.
And let me
or they feel like they are already.
Right, correct. But let me clarify something, though. I'm not saying one way or the other there is a mental disorder between those two communities or not. I don't have a PhD. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a psychologist. So I can't really come from like the medical perspective, but I'm just coming at it from like a regular human being, like just a regular civilian walking off the street, having these questions and wondering, is transabled people and transgender people, is it the same thing? And so, if medical, for example, there's a film called What is a Woman? And it's a film that Matt Walsh put together, and he interviewed a ton of doctors and a ton of people in the transgender community. And more than that, just regular people off the street, and asked them, what is a woman? And a lot of people couldn't answer that very, very simple question. And in fact, there was an interview he had with hold on.
Why is that a simple question?
It's a very simple question, because what is a woman, Ollie? Answer that question.
Fuck, man. You about to get me canceled out here, bro.
Okay, let me answer that question. A woman is a female from a biological standpoint, right? That is a woman, right? She has female reproductive organs, and that's what makes her a woman. And so that's the question that a lot of these people, professionals, people with PhDs, doctors, professors, could not answer Matt Walsh's question, what is a woman? When it's very clear. Because if they answered that question to Matt Walsh and they said, this is what a woman is, it's over. All of their ideologies would fall apart.
That's true.
Because the foundation of those ideologies are very flimsy. That's the problem.
Maybe we got to change our ideologies, man, to better suit the transgendered people.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe that's a solution. I don't know. I'm not really quite sure. I do believe that I've met transgender people in the past, and I have never met a transgender person that believes any of those wild things. Oftentimes, the people that I've met that are transgender, if they identify as a woman, they just want to be a woman, but they're very aware of the fact that they're not a woman. They're very aware of the fact that they were born a man, but they identify as a woman. So they want to be a woman, but they're not. And they're never going to be one. Right. But they're now transitioning into becoming a woman because they feel like they were born in the wrong body. Right. So we get that part. Right. And we understand that they were born a man, but now they want to be a woman, which is fine. And that's respectable. And that's fine. I get it. But like I said, I've never met anybody who's actually trans that has that odd belief system that we're seeing in the liberal media, that we're seeing in like institutions like Disney, that we're seeing in just places that you never would imagine to have seen these, ideologies manifest themselves. And so it's just very bizarre is what I'm saying.
Yeah, man, that was a lot.